Good morning from day 2 at Walibi Holland. I've got here around about 10 o'clock, went to guest services to collect my complimentary ticket from the park. So again, this was a free ticket for today for me to come into the park to get some photos from around the park and obviously get some more footage for you guys as well. So nice little touch to just put on there, like have fun, and obviously the ticket is then valid as well. So yesterday when I come through to the park, I didn't actually get to film any of the kind of entrance, so I kind of wanted to do that for you this morning, and then kind of show you kind of inside as you walk through, and obviously walk through into the lobby area as well. So just going to take you around to this funky looking machine. Nice little car here with the artificial grass on it. Look at that, well funky, isn't it? You've got a nice little bakery there. That's the entrance. This kind of park's got kind of a Six Flags type feel to it. Looks like it's going to be really busy today. There's coaches and coaches coming into the park today, so I reckon it's going to be a busy one as well, with obviously people having a full first day of Untamed as well, without any press or kind of stoppages throughout the day as well. So this, when I came last time, I got a really nice photo in here, but it's a really beautiful kind of bar. Kind of a nice little sports bar. What is another favourite of mine in this park is the ride scanner there. So you stand on it and it automatically laser kind of does your height, and then they'll put a band on you for the rest of the day. A little bit special, more than kind of just going up to guest services and having it done as well there. So yeah, some really good stuff there. Just walk into the lobby, hopefully the camera will change. So up there you've got Express, which has probably got one of the best queue lines on any ride. And then you've got kind of another little area here where they do lots of coffee drinks and stuff as well, and they do all day coffees. You get like a free personalised mug as well from Walibi to take home with you as well. So that's the shop I showed you around yesterday, with all the merchandise in there as well. Like I said, I think one of the better merchandises that kind of parks do as well. So and I kind of slightly a bit boring, but I wanted to get on the Ferris wheel today to get some kind of some really long zoom shots of Untamed from up in the air as well. I think that'll give it a kind of a nice little touch as well. So yeah, definitely going to be planning on doing that today as well. This little area here, little kind of food court, reminds me of Efteling, because they have these all around Efteling as well. It just smells really nice. Yeah, so it does feel quite very American, doesn't it? You know, and you've got King's Dominion, which is the kind of the same kind of things as well. King's Island, but instead of having the massive tower, you have the massive giant Ferris wheel in the front as well. So yeah, it's very American like this this park. So I am going to be going straight to Untamed, because I just want to kind of see what the queue lines are like, and then I'm then going to spend most of the other day kind of going around the park, and then getting on some of the other rides that I kind of missed out on yesterday, and getting some photos, especially of Lost Gravity. I've not been on that for a long time, so I'm going to see how that's holding up as well. Probably get back on Goliath as well, which is an absolutely brilliant ride, something that Millennium Force should have been. Lots of airtime, you know. I just think it's an absolutely brilliant ride. Very close to G-Force at Holiday Park. Ferris wheels now going. Like I said, I reckon it'll be kind of a busy day today. It does really help the parks having school trips. I just looked at just talking to a coach driver just in the queue line, and one coach was coming in from them today, and it cost them around about 8,000 euros. So yeah, and that's like a full coach load. So it just shows you kind of that loads of them turn up. It does make money for the park ever so often. So which is great because it then pays for new rides to come into the park and new lands like the wilderness. There's Lost Gravity over there, which we'll get over there later on and get some footage. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to today. I have still got big bruises on my thigh, on my shins, where obviously riding the RMC, I think it was 7 times yesterday. I did get some bruises on there as well. And obviously carrying this bag around, I'm kind of not used to with the kind of new equipment, new tripod and that bits as well. I actually did my shouldering, lots of shouldering yesterday as well. So, but it's all kind of for the love of the parks, isn't it? And for loving to get the photos that I want. So, but when I get home, I can recover. So yeah, we've got Blast here as well. Top Spin. Probably not the bestest of cycles, but definitely better than Ramesses Revenge, but not as good as Talakan at Phantasialand. Yeah, I'm not really a massive fan of them. I will kind of go on ever so often, but not a huge fan that I'd wait hours for it. It just don't seem to be any point for me. They kind of are still the kind of the same type of thing. So weirdly, I haven't seen Untamed actually go this morning so far. So hopefully it will be open this morning to get on it. I think everyone would probably be heading to all this area to ride for today. But this is where they kind of cornered it off yesterday for media only. So from here onwards, it was available for media from 1 o'clock till 3 o'clock it was. So we did an opening ceremony, which I got a little bit of footage from, and then obviously a walk around the queue line as well. So I just really like these. You know, the flowers as planted. I just think over time this is actually going to work out to be, you know, one of the better areas in the park. But yeah, it's quite worrying that I've not heard it go once yet. Oh no, definitely not, because they're all standing outside of it. There was a reason why it doesn't go, and it's actually down at the moment. There's a technical reason. They're trying to kind of look into that, so I won't be waiting in the queue line just for the moment. I'll kind of mull around the place, kind of have a look at some kind of areas where I don't think many people have got footage from, and then kind of get some photos before it opens up later on. Like I said, I'm not in any rush to kind of get on it, so I'm not going to be waiting in queue line for ages. I just want to kind of get some footage and some photos of the area that I kind of didn't get yesterday. So yeah, this is down at the moment. They kind of don't kind of classify what it kind of is, so but hopefully it'll be up soon, because obviously lots of these guys have travelled today to come and ride it, and it'll be a shame if they miss out. But I reckon it'll probably be about half an hour probably before it comes back up. Let's see if I'm right. So I got proven wrong. So just as I kind of stopped the film, it actually opened back up again. So I went over to the single liner ride just here. And then just obviously waiting in line now just to get on it. So 3 people in front, but it gives you some really nice views from here. Obviously that's the line now, so it's not actually on full. The full line's not open at the moment, it's just a short line, so probably not expecting a busier day than what I thought. But probably say the people at the back, probably about half an hour if we've got 2 trains going this morning. First official full day of Untamed opening. Let's get on the ride. Just behind me is Loft's Gravity, a Mack concept ride. They call it a Mack Big Dipper. So it opened in 2016 to the general public, and it is actually an outstanding ride to kind of stand and kind of watch as well. So it's got a really good first drop, as you can see there, and the throughputs on it are great. So it runs on about 4 trains with 4 per row, so 8 riders per train. But you know, it's a really good concept, some really good airtime. There's 2 inversions on it, and as you see now, it'll just hit the brake run just there, just to slow the train down, to do a really nice slow last inversion just there as well. So a really good ride by Mack. It kind of then inspired them to go on and do some of the other big rides that you now see today, like Icon, Helix as well. It just gives them that time traveller as well. But yeah, absolutely great ride. So I'm just going to set up the camera at the moment, so I'm just doing a little bit of work here. So I've kind of, I don't know if you can just see that, so I've just got into the camera, if I put that on there like that, just at hitting the first drop. So obviously you can see the rider's reaction just as they come off the lift hill, which is a pretty quick lift hill as well. It's one of the fastest lift hills that I've experienced, and it just kind of shoots right it up. We'll try and get a train going up in a second. The throughputs generally are absolutely incredible on this ride. You don't really have to wait very long because there's one train's going up, another ride's just train's just coming into the station. So here we go. So we've just got the one just leaving there, and obviously the other one's just hitting the brake run there. So it just shows you how quick they can push these trains through if they want to. So there's a little bit of a few kind of photos I want to get. I want to kind of get, you know, just the drop, as you can see there. That would be quite good to get some of them there. Obviously I can get directly straight through there with this lens as well, to get some of the airtime here, to get the riders, and I'll probably just get some just over there before going back round to the other side of the ride to get a bit more of the overall ride as well. So if you don't know, guys, I've already kind of gone over it, but the kind of lens that I use just for the kind of close-up shots is a 150 to 600mm lens. So it kind of can zoom pretty much right in to the lift hill there. You probably can't see it because of the things, but it can literally go right the way in, so I can literally see the rider's reactions as well. So that's me kind of set up for the moment. I've done around about another 300 probably photos of Untamed, which I'm going to start editing as soon as I get back. Kind of different angles that I probably would have missed yesterday. So I'm going to have a walk around, get some of the photos of Lost Gravity, probably get on the ride while I'm over here, go and do that as well, and then go over to Goliath and obviously do some of them later on in time. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you Lost Gravity and the kind of little area that they've got around here as well. Let's get on the ride. you can see from the footage there, I just went on lost gravity, so I waited in the single rider line, which I think was probably a mistake, because I reckon I probably could have done it in the normal queue line quicker. It's just something that a little bit annoys me, is when there's massive groups of people that seem to go into the single rider queue line. It just kind of makes it longer as well, so I probably waited 30 to 40 minutes probably for that, but I guess it was worth it. It's, you know, there's some really good elements, and then you can kind of see why you know, some of these other elements that's in there are kind of in rides today, but it is a little bit jolting out, it is a little bit bouncy. There's some bits in it which is actually quite rough, you know, so it's, you know, in 3 years it's not aged the best, but it's still a really fun ride. It's probably just because I was probably sitting more towards the end and at the back, where she's actually, if I probably sit in the middle of it, you probably won't get that kind of reaction and bouncing as well, which so. But yeah, overall fun ride, seems to go down well, you know, here, you know, and it's you know, it's quite a speedy little ride. The lift feels great. The first drops does throw you out the seats. It is a great great first drop as well, and you do get some really good airtime on it as well. So yeah, definitely can see why it's such a favourite here. It's just, for me, it's just a little bit too bouncy, kind of, and a bit rough in some elements as well. So, but yeah, lift hill is actually quite a speedy lift hill, as you can see, just going up there now. They just throw you straight off that first bit. So I've stood here today with a camera and just got some shots from that point there. You know, just to get the kind of rider's reaction, because I believe that sometimes it's the rider's reaction that makes the photo, as I keep saying as well. So yeah, I think I've got enough photos of lost gravity, but I'm going to carry on now down over to speed of sound and go and see what that's like as well. So see if the audio's playing on it like it was last time, and kind of see how that's fared as well. Speak to you soon. So we're right at the very top of the Ferris wheel now, so I thought I'd show you the view. So I've just kind of put a little time thing in there, time lapse of me kind of sitting, taking photos. So I'm just going to show you. So obviously we're right at the very top. There's Untamed just over there. So I have got a picture of where Robin Hood used to be before, so I can obviously show the differences between the two landscapes there and there as well. But yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? When you kind of look from here, it just makes it so much different. There's a lot of kind of lot of space in the middle of there for them to do something else with it later on. So let's see kind of something else that might go in there that was really cool. But yeah, so that's Untamed, and the kind of all this is kind of the new area that they've kind of done as well, the wilderness area. Just over kind of to that side there, you've got Lost Gravity just going in the back there. Speed of Sound just over the back there as well, and then you go towards the entrance. So that's the entrance there, and then the car park just over the back there. You've then got escape just over there, so that's a Vekoma. If you look at the layout, it is very similar to the rock and roller coaster at Disneyland Paris as well. That one's just outside as well, and in my opinion better theme than that as well. Queue line is outstanding. And then just over to the back there, you've just got Goliath as well, just standing proud as well. So yes, was one of the best coasters in Holland, but obviously now it's been overtaken. So yeah, I do like to get on some Ferris wheels when I go to parks, because I just think you just get a different perspective of kind of, you know, your normal views on the floor. So yeah, but like I said, over there it's just absolutely brilliant. You can just see the train going around there now, right over the back into the actual structure itself, and that's probably one of the best bits of it, is when it goes into the structure, and then the heartline roll at the end as well. You know, it feels like you're so close to the structure when you're going through the airtime, and you've got your arms up that you're actually going to hit it. It is really, really, well, it feels close. It probably isn't, but it just feels really close as well. So yeah, the in-structure bit on Steel Vengeance is probably one of the best bits as well, because you just don't know what's going on. You're really disorientated in there as well. So they're really good job of doing that as well. So just go over to here's Lost Gravity, just going up there and just going on the first drop. It's quite nice to get a kind of photos from here as well, especially of the first drop. But yeah, look at just in terms of the just nothing round at all. Just over the back, just there is where they have dance events. One of the ones that has just been on this the weekend that's just gone is DEFCON. Generally around about 60 to 65 people generally get 60 to 65,000 people generally head up there as well. So yeah, it's a really good event as well. It kind of made the park quite quiet, but obviously then on the Monday and Tuesday it did get a lot busier. But again, today the park's really busy, but actually I quite like that, because it just first of all gives the atmosphere into the park, and also as well it's a good investment for them to then kind of purchase bigger, better rides in the future as well. So at the moment it does feel that Untamed has gone down really well with the guys, whether you're a theme park enthusiast first of all, and obviously the general public as well. You can see the difference between, and it was just a really cool funny video on online that RMC posted of Fred, people walking past Fred shouting RMC, and I just thought that was quite a nice touch, you know. So it just makes him feel proud of the kind of the business that he's got there now, and obviously the insane coasters that they do make as well. So the next one to kind of open up will be in Poland. So that one is scheduled to be opened early to mid-August. So that'll be kind of one that I'll be going over for at some point as well. I just hope Energizerland actually give me a little bit more notice next time than just one day to get a flight over to there, like they did with Hyperion as well. So yeah, one day I had notice for a press event there, so I was like, no, I can't actually do it. Tried to pass it over to some of the other guys, but they just couldn't make it. It was about £800 a flight. It's just not worth it. So I'm just going to wait. My plan is to hopefully get over there at some point anyway in October. I'd like to go and visit the park, and obviously get on the new RMC that's over there as well. That's it, guys. I'm going to be getting off in a second, and I'm going to go over to Goliath to get some photos over there before one last look around. Probably one more go on Untamed, and then off I go back up to the ferry. My 4-hour drive back to the ferry to get on, and hopefully get back home for around about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight. just seen some of the best rides in the park, from the Ferris wheel to Untamed Goliath. And then I walked over to here, and well, quite possibly could be the one of the worst coasters on the planet, El Condor. So I have to say, it looks amazing off-ride, it really does, and it just, you know, the actual track as well looks really pretty. You know, I think it just look a really stunning ride. Unfortunately, it doesn't ride that same way as well. But you know, I'm here. You know, should I do it? You know, there's no queue. Just literally looks like it's just walk on. Is it worth having a go? You know, and then kind of seeing if it has improved since I come last. People that said yesterday were saying that it was still as bad when they came the first time. But you know, guys, it's here. There's no queue. Is it worth just riding it again? It does look really stunning, really does. It just, I don't know, it just needs something just to kind of stop you from being such a headbanger. It's crazy, really, how much it does. Hopefully, I'm gonna, if I do decide to go on it, I'll decide to go towards the front of the train, which is probably not as much of a headbanger as it kind of is towards the back. So, well, let's give it a go and see what happens, eh? Speak to you soon. Okay, so I was just come off the ride, so that was the second row from the front, and oh my god, it's just absolutely rubbish. It really is. I think that's got to be the most painfulest ride I've ever been on. That has got worse. Literally from the seat all the way around to the end. It's just shocking. That you've got these little pads that literally just push your ears right in, and then just literally just squeeze your face together, all the way to kind of the first few inversions. They just don't line up whatsoever. It's just embarrassing. It really is. And then to the actual really harsh brakes at the end as well. There's just no need for it whatsoever. It's absolutely shocking. It really is. I won't be going on that again. I remember now why. I didn't like it the first time. I can understand why that people don't like it as well, and say it is one of the worst coasters of all time. But you know, there's no queue, even though I still had to wait about 10 minutes for the single rider, because the ride operator just wanted to kind of fill the train up with whatever he could by kind of jumbling around the train, which is, I don't know, good and bad thing really. But yeah, it's about 10 minutes, even though there was no queue whatsoever. I was actually the first person in the single rider line. So I like this area around here. I think the area is better than the actual ride that it sits in. I take it they do some kind of performances and shows here at some points as well. So, but yeah, I don't understand what it is. It just doesn't tie up whatsoever. It's just shocking. The noises it makes going round just kind of makes you wonder, is it safe? You know, it just doesn't sound it at all. And you know, you can just hear people just shouting "ow" all the way around, just in pain. It's just not good for the park, especially when you've got such a great coaster over there that everybody wants to come and see, and then they come over and go on this, and it's just shocking. It's just you know, just rubbish. So yeah, I've done it. I'm probably going to suffer for it later on, but yeah, I'm never going to be doing that again. It's just absolutely awful. So I'm going to carry on now over to Goliath and go through the shop area. I remember last time I come here, it's just really nice, pretty lights and stuff that's in here, which is still the same as well. So I'll walk through this little shop so I can show you all as well. You're into unicorns? Don't know if that's good or bad. Unicorn blood. Wow, okay. Funky little bands. I wonder if she's Thrill Vibes photography would like one of them. Little fanny pack. Oh, she'd like that one though. Wow, look at that. That's a bit funky, isn't it? Some slippers, just in case you need some slippers at a theme park. That's quite nice. €17. Queen of, yeah. Llamas. I like that, just in case. Oh, and if you do need to grab something, guys, you've got a toilet brush there as well, just in case you need one when you're at a theme park. You've got the option there to buy a toilet brush. Quite like this little funky area though. It's really nice in terms of the shop wise, but I just don't get some of the merchandise sometimes in this place. It really is, even though they do look scrummy. There, some socks. €13 for some socks. Yeah, so I don't quite get some of the merchandise that it's actually all things to buy in the shop there. I don't understand why you'd come to Walibi Holland and go, you know what, I need a toilet brush, but oh well. I'm just going to head round towards Goliath now, and that's probably going to be kind of one of my last rides of the day. Get a few photos and then start heading off soon to get back home. But yeah, Untamed. It's definitely a ride that I'm kind of debating going back on again, but you know, at some point I do need to go home. Anyway, I'm going to switch it off now. Just going to show you some of the prize areas that you can kind of win here. So we got a hooker duck area, and then knock down the bottles. A tennis ball. You've got to shoot one over there, kick the ball at the buckets. Over there you've got the bottle one as well, the bottle ring one. And then street battle. Oh, okay, 3 people go in there. Throw the ball into the pot to win. And just over there is the bucket one as well. There is also a sky coaster here as well, which is really popular. It is a paid extra attraction. As you can just see there, they've just come off it. But yeah, so you can go in, I think it's 2s and 3s as well, so it's quite high. It's quite a high sky coaster. And I take it when you actually drop and go right the way through, you probably will get a really good view of the park, especially over in the new area as well. As you can just see Untamed just going up the lift hill through the trees. So yeah, sky coasters, I think they're quite big in America more than they are here. There's a few that I know of. So I've been at the one in Blackpool. It's not something that I kind of would do all the time. It's, you know, ever so often I would do one, but it's not something that I would kind of just pay to do, especially when I've just come to the park already. But yeah, so that's all the little prize areas and that as well that you can win. Let's see if she can do it. Here we go. No. Food, and then a shot tower as well, an SS shot tower. It's actually really, really good. Went on that yesterday. You've also got quite close to here as well, just literally just walk on just a little bit, you've got an Enterprise as well. I actually quite like these type of rides. They're quite good for kind of children to be able to go upside down and that as well, so I like to take my little man on there. He quite enjoys this ride. But yeah, so you've got the Enterprise, as I call them, just there. And if you don't want to go on the big shop tower, you've also then got a kiddie one there just right next to it. I think that's quite a cute little touch there as well. Right, so just here as well is another paid extra in the park, which is go-karting, but it doesn't seem to be on, and I don't know if this is something that they've stopped doing now, but yeah, you've got a little area here where you could pay and do go-karting. They are pretty quick little things as well, but no, definitely no sign of that starting up today, so I wonder if it's something that they've stopped doing now. Anyway, I'm going to head over to Goliath.
Let op, sluit alleen je riem. Laat de beugel open. De medewerker zal de beugel sluiten. Attention, fasten only your seatbelt. Leave your lap bar open. An employee will close the lap bar for you. Let op, sluit alleen je riem. Laat de beugel open. Een medewerker zal de beugel sluiten. Attention, fasten only your seatbelt. Leave your lap bar open. An employee will close the lap bar for you.
So that was one last time going on Untamed, so that makes it 10 for the 2 days I've been here. And I absolutely love that ride, I really do. It is something special to have somewhere so close to home. Yes, it's not in the UK, but it is still really close for me to get to. And also what I do love is just riding it with the general public that haven't ridden it before. I actually waited in the back, the actual normal ride queue, instead of going to single rider, just because I wanted to kind of then just get the back for my last time before hitting the road to go back home. And yeah, the girl that I was sitting next to absolutely enjoyed it. It's the first time I'm seeing that she's been on, and she absolutely loved it. You know, and it's just little things like that, you know, when you just go on there, it just makes the ride even more special as well. So, yep, 10 rides done in 2 days. My legs are bruised and they hurt, but it was definitely worth it as well. But in terms of the 2 days, so Walibi Holland have been absolutely brilliant in terms of accommodating myself here. So like I said, you know, I was invited to the media day yesterday. We could eat, we could drink whatever we wanted to. all the way through. They even kept the ride open for an extra hour as well, so people could ride it later on as well. Absolutely brilliant. And then obviously today, to get an invite back into the park as well to come and take some more photos, it just means a lot to me, definitely does. So absolutely great park. So in terms of photo wise, I reckon I've taken around about 1,500 photos. So I've definitely covered as many angles as I can in terms of getting the best photos for you guys as well, and obviously at the same time as well doing the vlogging also, and kind of time lapses of going around the Ferris wheels and all that kind of stuff as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed that as well. So I'm just heading out of the wilderness now and going straight through to the plaza to get my car park ticket, and then get in the car to go home and hopefully get an earlier ferry back so I can get to bed, because even though it's only been a few days, it's quite knackering, but all worth it. So a little bit of news for you as well, so I might as well let you guys know, so for the people that's watching the vlog. So last couple of weeks I've been posting updates and silly things about flying places, so I can confirm next month, August, I will be going out to Orlando for a week to do Universal, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, and possibly Disney as well. So while I'm there I might go and do the Disney parks as well. So I haven't been to Orlando before, so it's the first time for me. So if anyone has got any hints and tips for me, let me know, and obviously that would help me out as well. So, but yeah, you'll be the first people to know it. I have been posting and hinting. You've probably seen the stupid little things, I've been gifts and everything I've been doing as well. But yeah, I'm flying out to Orlando and I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to be doing 7 days there, so 7 different parks hopefully in that time frame. Fun spots as well. I'll try and go on Mind Blower while I'm there as well. But yeah, Orlando next month, so I'll be vlogging every day from there, as long as everybody's enjoying what I'm doing here. Like I said, it's the 2nd time I've done this, 3rd time now, so you know, let me know if there's anything that you want me to do more or more less or something. You know, let me know. If you don't want me to do them, just say you don't want me to do them anymore. It's not a problem. But yeah, I just want to kind of give you the best content that I can. So guys, I'm just heading through now. That fountain does look really nice actually. Really hot. You could probably tell by the sunburnt nose and the sunburnt head as well. So, but yeah, a lot of coaches here today, a lot of schools. Very lucky to be able to get here in a time when Untamed, a new ride's just opened. So yeah, fair play to the schools to let them do that. But you know, the park is absolutely rammed today, which is great for the park as well. Right guys, I'm going to finish it there. Hope you've enjoyed the log, and hopefully if you enjoy it that much I can obviously make some more. Speak to you soon, thank you.